Another popular term in Counter-Strike is stutter step. What the fuck is stutter stepping? Well, stutter stepping is a method of counter-strafing where you're going left and right very quickly with your player model, and you'll also hear words like jiggle peeking involved. And what stutter stepping basically is it's moving left to right at a very quick, rapid rate or pace, okay? So if you take a look at the velocity at the top corner of the screen here, what you'll notice is the max move speed you can run with a knife is 250, and with an M4 it's 225, okay? If I want to let go of my movement key and just stop, you can see the numbers, you'll see go up to 250 and then down slowly to 0. So when I do a counter strafe, what I'm doing is I'm letting go. So let's say I want to counter strafe and I'm strafing to the left by holding A. What I'm going to want to do is let go of A and tap D very quickly, like in rapid succession. And what that's going to do is it's going to drop my velocity down to 0 quickly. Okay? So I could be going max movement speed, let go of my movement key, and tap strafe in the opposite direction and let go just so it stops me. And that's called a counter strafe. So what stutter stepping is it's rapidly counter strafing back and forth and spraying at the same time. So you have a relatively good spray pattern. Okay? There's other things that you could do with the stutter stepping technique. For example, jiggle peeking. And what jiggle peeking is when you show a little bit of your body, such as your shoulder, when you're peeking around a corner. So right now, I'm jiggle peeking the corner by showing my arm. And what this does is it baits out a shot from the enemy because they can see my shoulder and they'll react. They'll think I'm about to peek them, so they'll react by shooting. But what I'm actually doing is just showing my shoulder to bait the response from the enemy, and then I'm hiding right away. So what this is going to do, it's going to make them shoot at me with their AWP or their M4. I'm going to know their position. I'm going to know, is it safe to peek it or not? Should I peek it or not? And I can utilize other methods to peek the person. So if I jiggle peek this and no one's shooting at me, I might opt to peek around the corner completely. Now, if I know that there is an enemy there, then what I can do is I can use my counter strafe technique to actually shoot at the opponent when I peek out. So I peek out, I shoot him, and I peek back, I fall back in. Just like this. So right now, I'm just headshotting this guy because I'm shooting as my velocity gets to 0. So, whereas you'd normally have to come out, stop, shoot, and then unpeek, you're basically doing this very quickly in one fluid motion. You're out, you're stopping by counter-strafing, you're shooting, and you're back in. So this is a great way to get very precise shots while peeking around a corner. And it's also a good way to line up the corner. So if I'm jiggle peeking, for example, like this, then I know exactly where I need to aim when I come around the corner. And I can just quickly peek and counter-strafe back and forth like this and get some really good headshots off on the enemy. Or at least pop shots. So utilizing this stutter stepping technique, this counter-strafing technique, this jiggle peek, I'm able to come around a corner, show my shoulder to bait out a shot. I can use it to bring my velocity to 0 so I can take accurate shots while it looks like I'm still moving or peeking out. And you're able to spray while essentially moving. Because what happens is when you're strafing back, it's resetting your accuracy basically to near where your crosshair is. So when you're doing this, like normally if you're just running around and spraying, the bullets are going to go everywhere. Absolutely everywhere the bullets are going to go. But if you're quickly spamming left and right, it's bringing your velocity to 0, so it's like you're standing still when you're actually spraying. So when you get those shots off, in the moments that you're actually getting this counter strafe down, the bullets are going pretty damn near center. That's why you'll see a lot of people spraying and crouch walk spraying like this, because the bullets pattern and cluster is very dense. You can get that same effect by counter strafing. Hope this helped, guys.